The galaxy had seen war before, but nothing like this. Hundreds of ships from the Drakari Armada moved together, their weapons blazing, their formations perfect. They were unstoppable, or so they believed. At the edge of the system, scanners suddenly picked up an anomaly. A single ship, massive and unlike anything the Armada had encountered, appeared from hyperspace. The fleet commander froze, staring at the readings. What is that?" he whispered. The sensor officer's face went pale. "Sir, it's enormous. Energy readings are off the charts. Hull integrity. It's holding through forces that would destroy a regular battleship. And it's human? Human?" The word sent a shiver through the Armada's officers. Humans were rumored to be dangerous, survivors of countless death worlds. But to see one ship alone enter the battlefield against hundreds of capital ships? Impossible. The lone vessel moved with calm precision, engines glowing as it adjusted its trajectory toward the Armada. Its hull was scarred from previous battles, jagged and dark, yet powerful. Turrets and strange energy arrays lined every surface. Even at a distance, the Armada could sense the threat it posed. "Sir, it's heading straight for our main formation," the lead officer reported, trembling. The commander's hands tightened on the control console. "Target it. Fire everything. Do not let it reach our fleet." Cannons roared, missiles streaked through space, and energy beams cut the darkness. For a moment, it seemed a lone human ship might falter. But then, almost like it knew the attacks before they happened, it adjusted shields, deflected beams, and absorbed missile impacts without slowing. Smaller craft deployed from its hull, moving with deadly coordination to intercept attacks and strike back. "Impossible," muttered a young officer. "It's surviving everything we throw at it. One ship. One human ship is surviving our fleet." The fleet commander stared at the main view screen, panic creeping into his voice. "Prepare boarding teams. Launch fighters. Do whatever it takes. We cannot lose this system to a single vessel." The human ship ignored all hails and attacks. Its smaller craft moved like extensions of its hull, forming an invisible shield and striking critical targets with precision. Every maneuver seemed calculated, efficient, and deadly. Sensors overloaded. Communications faltered. The Armada could not track all the smaller craft at once. Every calculation failed. The single human ship seemed to anticipate every strategy, countering before the enemy could act. From the observation deck of the colonies below, civilians watched the approaching battle. Many had never seen humans in space. Reports from sensors and communications filtered through. A single human ship, capable of destroying an entire armada, was moving straight toward them. Fear and awe mixed in their hearts. "Sir, look at the hull," one officer said, pointing at the display. "It's damaged, scarred. It survived battles that would have destroyed a fleet. And yet it moves forward, unbroken." The commander shook his head. "Humans shouldn't be able to build something like this. One ship cannot face hundreds of our vessels and survive, but it is alive, it is moving, and it is coming for us." The Armada hesitated. For the first time in centuries, doubt crept into their ranks. Could one human ship really challenge hundreds of warships? The answer came quickly. The human vessel advanced without fear. Its smaller craft struck at the nearest ships, disabling shields, destroying weapons, and cutting communications. The fleet commander's knuckles turned white as he gripped the console. "All ships full assault. Target the main vessel. Do not let it pass." Missiles and energy beams rained down, but the human ship remained unbroken. Each attack was absorbed, deflected, or blocked by sacrificial smaller craft. Even the Armada's best officers could not comprehend what they were witnessing. The outer colonies, trembling behind the safety of orbiting stations, watched the first signs of a legend being born. A single human ship had appeared. One ship, scarred, massive, unstoppable, was about to challenge an entire armada. And the galaxy would never be the same. The lone human ship moved forward, engines glowing, weapons ready. Its course was clear. It would face the armada head-on, unflinching and deadly. This was not just a battle. This was the arrival of a monster, a human warship that would change the fate of the galaxy forever. The Drukhari Armada had never faced resistance like this. Hundreds of ships, armed with the deadliest weapons in the galaxy, fired together, unleashing a storm of missiles and energy beams. Yet the lone human ship advanced steadily, unflinching. "Sir, shields are holding. Hull integrity remains near maximum," the lead officer reported, disbelief in his voice. "They're surviving everything we throw at them." The fleet commander's face tightened. "Increase firepower. Focus all energy on the main vessel. It cannot survive this." Missiles streaked through space, energy beams lanced toward the human ship, and squadrons of fighters swarmed to engage. The human ship's smaller craft deployed instantly, intercepting attacks, blocking missiles, and striking enemy fighters with deadly precision. Imperial computers could barely track all of them at once. "Sir, it's coordinating the smaller craft with the main vessel. Every attack is countered before it even happens," a tactical officer said, panic in his voice. Explosions erupted across the armada. Capital ships were torn apart. Fighters evaporated under energy strikes that seemed to come from nowhere. Even the oldest vessels, thought obsolete, were destroyed in moments. "Impossible," whispered one officer. "A single ship? It's destroying entire squadrons." The commander slammed his fist against the console. "Boarding teams, prepare to engage. Target its core. Do whatever it takes." But the human ship was always one step ahead. It moved with precision, its smaller craft protecting it like extensions of its hull. Every sacrifice was calculated. Every maneuver was deadly. Imperial weapons that should have crippled it barely scratched the shields. Across the bridge, communications flickered. "Sir, more ships are appearing. Older human designs, some thought lost decades ago. They're joining the fight." The commander froze. "What? How is this possible?" The young officer pointed at the sensors. "They've hidden fleets. Entire fleets in systems no one even knows exist. And now they're here, joining the battle." Panic spread through the armada. Every tactic they tried failed. Their formations broke. Ships collided in chaos. Missiles intercepted by human drones exploded harmlessly in empty space. Every strike that should have destroyed a human ship instead revealed a new, stronger countermeasure. In the outer colonies, civilians watched as a single human ship fought hundreds of alien vessels. Fear mixed with awe as they realized the humans were not raiding, they were defending. No planet was harmed. No civilian ship destroyed. Every attack targeted only the enemy. "Sir, this is strategy beyond our understanding," whispered a tactical officer. "They're not just fighting, they're teaching the armada a lesson." The fleet commander realized the horrifying truth. Humans did not fight like other species. They anticipated, adapted, and survived with precision no one else could match. One ship, centuries of knowledge, and crews trained to endure the impossible could defeat fleets hundreds of times larger. As the human ship pushed forward, its smaller craft coordinating attacks, the armada hesitated. The impossible had arrived. A single human vessel, scarred, ancient, and unstoppable, was rewriting the rules of warfare, and the galaxy was beginning to understand the terror and power of humanity. The armada reeled from the destruction. Ships that had once seemed invincible were now drifting wrecks. Officers stared at the human vessel in disbelief. How could one ship alone survive against hundreds of capital ships? Scans of the massive human warship revealed the truth. Its hull bore scars from countless battles older than anyone in the Armada could imagine. Sections of armor had been replaced, energy shields repaired, and weapon systems upgraded repeatedly over decades. This ship had survived wars that had destroyed entire fleets. "Sir, it's centuries old," the intelligence officer reported. "Every system, every weapon has been rebuilt and battle-tested. This ship is a survivor. Not just a fighter, it's history in motion." The fleet commander frowned. "Humans, we thought they were primitive, scattered across minor systems. But this ship, it carries the experience of generations. Every scar, every repair tells a story of survival and combat." Imperial historians rushed to check ancient logs. They found references to human fleets hidden in unexplored regions, surviving conflicts that should have wiped them out. Tales of humans thriving on death worlds, enduring deadly environments, and surviving battles alone now made sense. The humans had been underestimated for centuries. The human ship moved with eerie precision. Its smaller craft coordinated with it perfectly, like extensions of a single mind. Each attack was calculated, each defense flawless. Imperial officers could only watch as one vessel alone destroyed squadrons and crippled command ships. Reports confirmed more humans emerging from hyperspace. Old models, some centuries old, joined the fight. Even damaged vessels operated with deadly efficiency when integrated into the fleet. The Armada realized with horror that the lone human ship was not alone, it was a vanguard, leading a hidden armada that had been lying in wait. "Sir, they're not just fighting. They are controlling the battlefield," said a junior officer. "Every move we make is countered before we can act. This is strategy perfected over centuries." The Armada's commanders felt panic rising. Conventional tactics failed. Superweapons, numerical superiority, and advanced technology, none could match the humans' precision, foresight, and experience. One ship, centuries of survival, and a fleet of hidden human vessels had turned the battle completely in the bridge of the human flagship. The commander observed the Armada calmly. Every attack was anticipated, every maneuver calculated. Damage was absorbed, sacrifices were made, and yet the fleet moved as a single, unstoppable force. The monster was no longer just a ship. It was a symbol. Centuries of human survival, intelligence, and warfare condensed into a vessel capable of facing entire fleets alone. Imperial officers realized the terrifying truth. The humans were not just powerful, they were unstoppable. And the galaxy would soon learn that history had been hiding a secret weapon, humanity itself. The human ship advanced. More ships emerged from hyperspace. The Armada faltered. The monster had a history, and that history was about to rewrite the future of the galaxy. The Drukhari Armada had thrown everything at the lone human ship. Capital vessels bristling with weapons, squadrons of fighters, and even ancient superweapons unleashed a storm of destruction. Yet nothing worked. Every strike was anticipated, every attack countered, every plan shattered. "Sir, our formations are breaking down," the lead officer reported, panic in his voice. "The human ship anticipates every move. Our attacks are failing." The fleet commander's knuckles turned white on the console. "We must hold. Protect the colonies at all costs. Focus on the main vessel, destroy it now." Missiles streaked through space. Energy beams lanced toward the human warship. Fighters swarmed to attack from every direction. But the monster's shields flared, absorbing the fire, while smaller craft intercepted missiles, destroyed attacking fighters, and blocked energy beams. Every defensive maneuver seemed pre-planned. Every attack the Armada made was turned into a weakness. "Sir, it's like the ship is alive," whispered a junior officer. "It reacts faster than we can calculate. Every strike we plan, it already knows." Imperial computers struggled to keep up. Targeting systems failed. Communications were overloaded. Panic spread through the bridges of the Armada. Ships collided as formations collapsed. Morale plummeted. From hyperspace, additional human vessels appeared. Some were old designs, thought lost decades ago, yet fully operational and deadly. They integrated seamlessly with the monster, creating a network of coordinated attacks that devastated the Armada. The human fleet pushed forward with surgical precision. Capital ships struck enemy command centers. Fighters disabled weapons and shields. Boarding pods neutralized key officers. Entire squadrons of the Armada were destroyed in minutes. "Sir, our flagship is under attack." "Systems failing," one officer shouted. "We cannot stop them." The commander's face paled. "Pull back. Regroup. Anything. Do something." But it was too late. The monster moved like a predator through the shattered fleet, targeting command ships and supply lines. One by one, the Armada's formations crumbled. Superweapons misfired or were destroyed before they could fire. Even the largest battleships fell in moments, their crews overwhelmed by the precise, calculated human assault. Outer colonies watched from orbit. Civilians whispered in awe and fear. Humans were not raiders. They did not destroy indiscriminately. Every attack targeted only the enemy. Every ship that fell was part of a carefully planned strategy. "This is different," a tactical officer admitted. "They don't fight to win, they fight to end wars efficiently. Every move is calculated. Every loss is part of the plan." The Armada had collapsed from inside. Commanders fled, ships scattered, and what remained was no longer a threat. The humans had dismantled the fleet without losing focus, without striking a single colony. The monster and its smaller craft advanced toward the final targets, the flagship and remaining command centers. The collapse was complete. The Armada was broken, scattered, and defeated by a single human ship and its coordinated forces. The galaxy had witnessed something impossible. One human ship had fallen an entire Armada. The consequences would echo for generations. The humans did not pause to gloat. They secured the system, protected the colonies, and prepared for what might come next. And the galaxy realized one undeniable truth: humanity had arrived. And their methods of war were unlike anything anyone had ever faced. The monster continued forward, unstoppable. Leaving the shattered Armada behind, the Armadas had collapsed, and the galaxy would never recover. The battle was over. The Dracari Armada, once feared across countless systems, lay in ruins. Ships drifted lifelessly through space, their crews either destroyed or captured. Systems that had relied on the Armada's protection were free, but the galaxy was in shock. The lone human ship, the monster, remained at the center of the battlefield. Its smaller craft patrolled the wreckage, ensuring no hidden threats remained. Despite the destruction around it, the ship was intact. Its shields glimmered faintly, engines humming steadily, a symbol of unstoppable precision. Imperial officers, watching from safe distance, could hardly comprehend what they had witnessed. One officer whispered, "One ship. One human ship destroyed an entire Armada. How was that possible?" The human commander, observing from the bridge, gave calm instructions. Rescue teams moved among the wreckage, salvaging survivors, stabilizing ships, and ensuring no civilian casualties had occurred. Humans did not conquer, they protected. Every move was calculated, every decision precise. Reports began to reach the far corners of the galaxy. The legend of the lone human ship spread quickly. Species who had never encountered humans now knew one simple truth: humans fight differently. They do not attack blindly, nor do they simply overwhelm with numbers. They anticipate, adapt, and survive with precision unmatched by any known species. The Drakari survivors sent desperate transmissions. Trembling voices admitted defeat, fear plain in every word. We underestimated humans, one admiral confessed. The human commander's reply was calm. We didn't come to conquer. We came because someone needed help. Across the liberated systems, colonies celebrated quietly. There were no parades, no grand speeches. Humanity did not seek glory. They repaired fleets, helped civilians, and honored the fallen silently. The monster, the ship that had frozen the Armada in fear, was a symbol, not of conquest, but of endurance, strategy, and survival. Historians began documenting the battle. Records spoke of a single human ship, centuries old, battle-hardened, and capable of defeating fleets hundreds of times larger. Legends spread of smaller craft coordinating perfectly with the main vessel, of sacrificial maneuvers, and of humans who never abandoned their mission. The galaxy began to change. Alliances shifted, empires reconsidered expansion, and species that had once feared humans now treated them with cautious respect. Humanity's reputation as survivors, strategists, and warriors had been cemented in a single campaign. The monster and its fleet returned to hidden sectors, ready for the next call. They did not seek praise, nor did they gloat. Humanity's presence in the galaxy was subtle yet powerful, a reminder that one determined human ship, with a skilled crew and centuries of experience, could alter the fate of entire civilizations, and one rule became clear across the stars. When humans appear, they do not arrive with words. They arrive with strategy, precision, and unstoppable force. The galaxy would never underestimate them again. The lone human ship, battered but unbroken, sailed into the depths of space, leaving behind a legend that would be told for generations, a story of one ship, one crew, and the power of humanity that changed the course of the galaxy forever.